So I decided to give away the Hexagon Snap Tray on my Stitching with Stephanie Facebook page. So I decided that I would, for those of you with software, that I would do a video on how to add a design into this inner space so that the design will stitch out into the bottom. So if you've seen the ones on my Facebook page, there's a Smite one that I did for my son, and then there's a snowflake that I did for class. Those of you that had software class, this was taught to you guys. However, this, since not everybody can get to class, I thought it might be fun, and since I'm giving it away, I thought I'll teach you how to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a design from Super Designs. So all I basically did was bring the Snap Hexagon tray into my software, just by doing File and Open or Insert, and that brought my design in. We're going to go to the Super Design tab and we're going to choose the design. I was going to do this turkey for Thanksgiving, but it is a ton of colors and I want a lot of colors, but not that many. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose this harvest cornucopia thing since Thanksgiving's coming up. The original one that I did for class had the snowflake, but it was really easy. So this one has a few more colors to kind of help show you a little bit more detail how it works. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and I just left the settings as are and we're gonna hit apply. So that's gonna put our design into our hoop, and I am gonna go ahead and hit my shift and control key on my keyboard, and I'm gonna go ahead and just enlarge this. And shift and control keeps it centered. So we can adjust it with just grabbing these corners, but shift and control keep it centered. I think it's shift that keeps it proportionate, but doesn't keep it centered. Shift and control keeps it centered. And so I didn't want to have to move it around. I just pressed those two keys and kept it that way. Okay. So right now, as the design sits, what's going to happen is you can see on my design panel on the left, if you're using Premiere Plus 2, everything's going to be the same, except for you just can't see this. That's it. Everything will still apply. Every tab, everything we do in here does still apply for Premiere Plus 2 as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is once we do that, we have to combine them so that we can modify them. If we don't modify them or combine them, it won't let us modify them as a joint unit. So we're going to come on to the Home tab. We're going to choose Combine, and we're going to click on it. And we're going to say Combine All. Okay, that locks our design in. Now, the Hexagon tray is step color 1, Soldier Blue, to color 5, Paris Blue. Now, this is very important. The last color is that Paris Blue, and we need to know that. We also need to know that this melon color is where our back goes on. So we're going to go ahead and click on the Modify tab. Okay, so now we're on the Modify tab. Now, the design itself is color 6 through 14. Now, color 4 is 2215 navy, and these are actually black, but they look visibly the same. So for this or just for you guys being able to see it a little better, I'm going to change it to this gray color, just so it doesn't kind of, while you're looking at the screen, it doesn't get confusing. Okay, so right now all the colors are checked, and so we can see everything, but if we uncheck them, we can't see them. So we're going to go ahead and check color 1. Color 1 is our placement line. That's the one that goes down and shows you where to put your fabric, and that gets stitched directly onto your stabilizer. Color 2, once color 1 is done, you put your fabric and your batting or your vinyl on that area, and color 2 is going to tack that area down, or that fabric down, so that we can stitch our design into the center of it. So, like I said before, color 3, this melon color, stitches down the back, and that is a double stitch so that it will tack it down and you can trim it if you're using fabric. So colors 6 through 14 need to go between colors 2 and 3 so that 3 will cover them up in the back. You don't want to see them, so you don't want your back fabric on yet. So I jotted down the colors in their order, just to make sure at the end that I don't make a mistake. You don't necessarily have to do that, especially if you only have 2 or 3 colors. It's not going to be a big deal. But when you start getting into 14, 20, 25 colors, it's going to be important to make sure that you keep them in the order, and writing them down will help. So we're going to start with color 6. Color 6 is the first color in our design, and it needs to go directly between 2 and 3. So we're going to use these little arrow keys down here at the bottom, and it says move color up. So we are going to move the color up until it sits right below color 2. Okay? And notice that every time I move it, it moves up in the count, and the count changes. So what used to be Paris blue at step 5 is now step 6. And our next color in our design is this black color. So we need to take this black color and put it directly above melon, underneath the first color, this autumn green. That looks gold, not green, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to click on color 7, and we're going to move it up to right above that melon color. So all the colors from now on, the first color below blue is going to go above melon. So there's our Paris blue, our next color in the design, and we are going to move it up right above the melon color. Okay, Paris blue again, that green color, moving it up right above that melon color. Color 10, first color below our Paris blue, so we're keeping in order. It's the red, and we're going to move that up to right above the melon color. Okay, color 11, purple, right below Paris blue again, move it up right above that melon color. Now, the reason that I use melon instead of all these other colors is because sometimes visibly they can look the same and they're different. So me knowing that melon is my color that I need everything to be above, it just helps keep it in order. I hope that made sense. Anyway, so there's our Paris blue. Our color below it is yellow mist, and we're going to put that one right above our melon color again. Okay, Paris blue again, number 13. Move it up above our melon. And our last one in the order is number 14, and we are going to move that one above melon, which was another black, and we are done. So we now have our placement stitch, our tack down stitch, our entire design, as you can see. Then we'll do our tack down for our back, our top stitching and snap placement, and final is our satin line if we're using fabric. So that's how you can insert a design into your Hexagon Snap Tray. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions or anything, shoot me a comment or PM me, and I'll be happy to help. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and that is so not what I wanted to do. Anyway, hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. See ya. Bye.